something called tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tune here back again. Well, I wanted to do a review of the Dbrand killSwitch case. So I basically pre-ordered my killSwitch case little before the Switch 2 was coming out, because it looked like the best case. I did try some of the official case for the Switch 2 and like an unofficial one, but the official case is cheap. It's incredibly cheap, to be honest. It's not worth the money. And the other case I got is better, but still not ideal. So I wait, because I missed out on the first batch. I got the second batch, so it came in July. By the time, well, before I got mine, it was already around the internet that the killSwitch case had a problem. As where you put the case over the Switch, the joycons, you would hold the joycon on one side and it would literally just fall off and your Switch would drop. You're not really going to do that with the Switch 2 anyway. Hopefully you're gonna prop it up with your fingers. But yes, mine turned up. The left Joy-Con was perfect, didn't have any problem at all with it. But the right Joy-Con, it literally hold it and it would fall off. So I was going to send it back, but then Dbrand put a statement out that they know what the problem was. Lots of people have been having it. And they were going to basically fix the problem and send free replacements out to everyone that's bought them. So I waited a little while. They sent me an email, just said basically just reply to this email, free postage, everything. They would send out my replacement Joy-Con grips and a little thing to get the dock working properly. I'll explain that in a minute. So I thought, fair enough. So the replacements turned up and they work perfect. So they've definitely fixed it. So I'll show you how all this works. So let's have a look at the case. So once you've actually got the case on, it's a solid top case. And if I turn this around, you can see the Joy-Con grips, which are very nice. And it protects the back as well. And it protects it. So basically it turns your entire Switch into like armor plated essentially, which is quite nice. And to get this off, you just pull this by here, which is like rubberized, and you basically just slip your Switch out, and then this bit comes off. So I'll put the Switch to the side a second. So and then this hard case comes off. What's quite nice about this hard case is that inside you can put your cartridges in here. So you could get your Switch cart or whatever, and you could pop your Switch cart in this section, and you can store 10 carts in here. The other thing you can do with this, this actually comes off. It's just magnetized. So this is your Switch card holder, and then you just put it on, and it just snaps into place. Which is quite a nice idea. I like the idea. Quite strong magnets as well. It does take a little bit of effort to pull it off. So that's the outer shell, which you can take off and you can put to the side, which I will now. And then I've got Dbrand skin on this as well, which is like a nice textured skin. So, and this is basically what you end up with. You end up with these grips. If I show you at the side, it covers all the vents. The new one comes with a little sticker to go over this connector here, because you can get marks on it putting it in and out of the dock, but mine didn't mark up. But they give you a little sticker to cover it with the new grips, which is quite nice. So you can see the grips. You can hold them quite nice. Makes this thing a lot nicer to hold. To be honest, without these grips, the Switch 2 is terrible to hold. It is not ergonomic at all. So it covers all this at the top, and then on the back is covered, and even the stand. There's like a stand cover which sticks onto the stand, and then you can basically put it down or whatever, stand it up, and it covers the stand as well. So that's basically the Dbrand Switch case. So if I take these off, so these are the actual grips. As you can see, they go around the top by here, and then you got the grip at the bottom. They're all nicely covered over. And if I can show you, on the new grips, you've got this bigger piece by here which holds the Joy-Cons in on both sides. It's a little bit more awkward to get it in there, but it's on there. On the original grips, this, I don't know if I can show you, the light is not the best in here, unfortunately, guys. I wonder if I can move that wonder if that'll make a difference. Yeah, that might be a little bit better. This lip at the bottom by here covered all the way up to here, and that lip I think was what was causing them actually to fall off. So what you would do is you would hook this on originally like so, and then without actually holding the back, you hold it and you hold it and it would basically fall off. As you see, this one doesn't. It flexes like the originally would. Same with the left one, you can hold it and it doesn't shake off, where before it would just drop off. So that's pretty much how the case goes off. It also comes with these little caps to go over the joysticks as well, which give you a little bit of extra grip, which are quite nice actually, to be honest. But like I said, the skin is extra. I did buy another skin as well to go with it. I don't know if I can show you it. I might be able to, if I can grab it quickly. Yeah, I bought a standard red and blue one, and this one looks like it's, I don't know if you can see, it's like see-through. So I haven't actually put them on there yet, but they do say you can take these skins off and then stick them back on the sticker pads, and then you can reuse them. So, but I don't know, I quite like this one, so I've left this on here. So that's literally how the case worked. So I will show you the original. Like, they didn't want any of this back either, so basically, which is nice. So this is the original one. This is my left one, and as you can see, this has got a bit of a lip by here. I don't know, like I say, it's a little bit awkward. I don't know whether you can see it properly, but it's got a bit of a lip. And this lip, I think, and this bit at the bottom was causing the actual issue, but this one worked perfect. So with the right Joy-Con, this is the one that kept falling off. I fixed mine. What I did was I literally cut the lip off. I could probably cut it a little bit more actually. I literally shaved down the lip, and then I used a bit of sandpaper and sandpapered down the actual edge by here to make it a lot thinner. Because what I noticed was when you'd actually put them together, the actual lip on the right one was actually a little bit bigger. It was like a bit thicker. So I actually fixed mine by doing that, and as long as I put them on and I pulled down a tad once I put them on, it was staying on, no problems at all. But I could do a shaving it off a little bit more to fix it a little bit better. So yeah, that was the problem. So I think when you take these off on the Switch, like I say, it's a bit awkward, but yeah, sorry guys. That's probably a better way of doing it. You got the gap, and I think with this gap at the bottom, this is awkward, it needs to be able to flex a little bit. See that gap where it flexes in? And I think with the extra rubber that was on this section, it was allowing it to pivot and actually pop off the magnet. Because they do flex, if you look, you can see it, they do flex a little bit anyway. And when you hold them, same on this side, but it's blue, so it's a little bit harder to see. But I think that edge being thicker was actually causing a bit of a pivot point, and it was just pulling it straight off the magnet. But yeah, it was good with Dbrand. I've never bought anything Dbrand before, and I gotta admit, this case does seem very good quality. It's really nicely made. It's got a really nice textured grip on it as well. It literally grips to your skin. The covers, I mean, the stickers are very nice quality as well. They're really thick and they're nicely textured, even though not part of the case. And like the overall case itself was it's a very nice quality case, really high quality. But yeah, it did initially have the problem of these, but lucky enough, Dbrand they fixed it. So I had 3 replacements, didn't pay any postage, and they sent me, like if I put the Switch to the side, you get a little, I don't know if you can see it, this goes over the dock now. So basically this slots inside there, and you dock the Switch on the outside. So if I show you, because it won't fit in the actual dock. So you dock your Switch like so, like that, and as you can see. So what we do is you pull this off with one hand, and it would lift this whole section would actually lift out of the Switch dock, and then you'd have to try and fumble around pushing it back in to be able to use it. So their fix was I put a few extra feet on the bottom of this because it wobbles around on my desk. They added some rubber to go on the inside of here. You get it with the new Joy-Cons. You put the rubber in and it holds it in. But I've already fixed mine. I shoved some rubber tubing in the middle of there, and I did the same on the inside. Some really thick sort of rubber tubing I added on the inside, and I sort of fixed mine easy enough anyway, as mine doesn't pull off now anyway. So yeah, they fixed the way the dock goes over it as well, because with the Switch in the case, you literally can't get it in there. That's as far as it goes. There's no way of actually fitting it in there. So you do need to have this dock on the outside. Good thing about this is, though, with this Switch dock, if you get yourself a USB extension cable, you can slap that on there, and if you've got like a handheld PC or a Steam Deck, you can plug your Steam Deck into that, and you can use the actual Switch dock to display it on the TV, which is very cool indeed. And it even VRR works as well, which it doesn't work through the Switch when it's docked. So it does make using an extension for your Steam Deck a sort of pretty valid option. So yeah. So I say I held off for a little bit of review for this case. I can't remember the exact cost of the case. I think it wasn't cheap. I think it was about 70 quid. And that was including the case. Obviously everything needs the bits. The top comes separate. You don't need the actual cover. So this bit is an optional extra. I bought this to go over the top. So you can save money if you don't need this. And then you can get the dock as well. So I bought the whole thing, and I think it was about 70 quid. I think it worked out with the postage and that into UK money from the dollar, somewhere around there anyway. But yeah, this case definitely makes using the Switch handheld a lot nicer. It gives you quite a nice grip to be able to use it properly. Still, the Switch is not the most ergonomic thing in the world to use. It's not quite as good as the Steam Deck or anything, but this gives you a good way towards feeling a bit more like a Steam Deck. In fact, they actually do the very similar case to this for the actual Steam Deck. But I was thinking again, I don't think it really needed, to be honest, with Steam Deck. So yeah, so that's the killSwitch case from Dbrand. I would, like I say, if you're going to order it now, you are going to get the new improved grips that work perfectly fine, as you can see. Like I say, I can hold them with a couple of fingers and they're not falling off. You're going to get the new grips, which is going to fix the problem. So if you're going to order one now, I wouldn't be worried about everything that's been said before, because pretty much it's been fixed. And if you do have the original case and you haven't had an email from Dbrand, I would contact them, say you've got the original case, and you can basically get replacements that'll fix your problem. So that was quite nice. So yeah, I would say this is definitely a recommended case, and probably the nicest case I've seen so far for the Switch. Very nice indeed, actually. There are a few other grip cases which are supposed to be good, but none of them protect all the way around your Switch like this one actually does. But yeah, the killSwitch case, very nice indeed. Now it's been fixed. So if you're going to get one, I would definitely recommend it now. But I wouldn't before, if you know what I mean. But now it's been fixed. Plus, if you do have a problem, you can literally just take your Joy-Con cover with the issue. You could just cut down that edge. Cut down that edge by there so it's flat, but just don't cut these bits, basically. Cut down that edge so it's flat, and literally just sand the edge down slightly by there, and it will fix your problem. Which is probably, you know, that's the same deal as what they've done. They've done exactly the same as that in the actual replacement. So yeah, recommended case, guys. So hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you soon. So take care. Ta-da.